corner. We have now made it to day 3 of recreating Harry's cardigan, and I want to thank you guys so much for all your patience with my videos. Since I am new to YouTube, I'm figuring out all the kinks of how to post, and I realize that it does take a few hours to upload, and you know, there's a lot of things that go on to get the final project, but I thank you so much for your patience and for your comments. I absolutely love receiving your progress photos and you know, just all the lovely things you're saying, and I'm glad that for a lot of you it's working out. And I would also like to address that some people did notice that I changed needles. I have an updated version of what I used in my first video, and I also have a video on sizing and needles when I go more into detail about why I did the change. And so something that I really wanted to address was that you should always read your yarn label because it tells you exactly what size needle to use, and that will eliminate any confusion as to what I'm using versus what you might be using, because if you're not using a size 6 yarn, then you might need different needles. But it's all in the yarn label and all for you to see. So today what we're going to be doing is our final square in our first panel, which is the yellow, and I will be teaching you guys how to shape your collar. So let's get started. Alright, so this is how we're going to figure out how we want our collar to fit. We're going to grab a t-shirt. I have my PGA Tour t-shirt here, and yes, if you know, our favorite Irishman, Niall Horan, likes to go to this competition. I happen to live in the state where they do this, and no, I haven't met him, but the one day I didn't go, my sister went, and she got to meet Niall, and yes, he is nice, and yes, he smells really good. But anyway, we want to grab a t-shirt that's, you know, maybe not too choked, but not too open. Just a regular, you know, standard t-shirt is good. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, I would recommend an 11 by 14 page, but if all you have is a regular 8.5 by 10, you can maybe add on if you're kind of missing part of the sheet. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of shape our collar from this. So first, we are going to fold our paper in half. And then on top of our shirt, what we're gonna do is bring it up here. And we're going to fold the corners down because I know that t-shirts aren't straight across, they're more slanted. We're gonna fold it down because when we stick it on our shirt, we don't want those corners to be poking out. And then we're gonna fold it in half again so that we can have a good idea where the middle is, so that when we put it inside the shirt and trace out our collar, we line it up right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take it in here. I'm gonna bring it underneath, and I'm gonna line up, make sure that my middle is in the middle, make sure my shirt doesn't fall here. Oh, and by the way, my shirt is a medium, so if you are a bigger size or a smaller size, you want to make sure that you get, you know, obviously your size shirt. And then what we're gonna do is take a pencil, and we're just going to trace out the collar. This is probably not gonna be super perfect, but that's okay. We are gonna do the best that we can to get that collar shape that we want. And then when we pull it out, you can already have this shirt to the side. So when we pull it out, we sort of get that collar shape. We can unfold these corners now. And then properly do here. So now that we have our collar shape, we're going to take our scissors, and you're just gonna cut up to the middle, and then around, and then obviously to the other side. So I have one already cut out here, and then what you're gonna do, because now you have like that collar shape, you're gonna try it on and put it around your collar and make sure you know it's not choking you or anything, or that it's not too big. And it's okay that if when you try it on it's a little open, because down the middle is where the button, like the blue band where the buttons go. So if it's just a little bit open, it's like, that's totally okay. You don't have to worry about that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our square, and see, my square is the 6 inches by 5.5 inches. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it and we're gonna line it up. I already have mine traced, but that's okay because it's to show you. We're gonna line up this edge with the edge of this, and then you're just gonna trace it. You're gonna trace it there. So then that's how I got this. And then when you cut that piece out, it should be looking like this. So now that you have your shape of your collar, we know that we're gonna knit our pattern up to halfway, which is about halfway through the square. And then after that, we're gonna be decreasing our stitches until we get that collar shape. And the good part is that once we do the other collar, all we have to do is flip our template over.